don't think I belong here. I don't think I fit in.
Oh, nonsense. Of course you do.
Oh, no, I mean it. I mean it. It's just somebody must have goofed if I gotta stay here another day.
Peace. It's Professor Griff, public enemy, the ex-minister.
Which means it's too strong.
Instagramming. Second. All right, check 1, 2. Here we go. Yep. All right, I need to ask everyone on YouTube and Facebook, can they hear me? Can everyone hear me? Rosa Bloom, Ashe, peace. What's good with you? Can everyone? Ernst, can you hear me? I was having some issues with some technical stuff happening over here. All right. Can you hear me? Much respect, Mr. Ben Frank. Can everyone hear me? Peace, Quan. What's good with you? Can everyone hear me? Yes, indeed. All right. I got a few commercials I want to kind of play. Not play, but just kind of some flyers I want to put up to let everybody know what is going on. If you're in the ATL, hold on for a second. Let me take this other thing down. Hold on. All right, hold up. How should I do this? I should do it this way. I think this way. Hold on. Give me a second, fam. I'm getting it right. Something is not happening right now, my friend. Hold on. Hold up. Hold on 1 second, fam. Let me see. That's not that. That's not that. That's not that. And that's not that. Let me pull this flyer in, and then we'll kind of go from there. Yep, I definitely need a 5-ounce flyer. And I'm going to pull another flyer in from off of my desktop. You know, you have 1,000,009 things on your desktop. I know I'm going to need that. But really, I'm going to need all of that. All right, I got 2 more flyers to pull in. Just sit tight. Give me a second, fam. All right, that one. And I got this one for the sisters. All right. Let me see if I can get this right. All right. I had some technical difficulties over here that I had to kind of make sure some other things happen. All right, here we go. All right. All right, let me just do a black background like that. And then if I could just put this flyer up, if it'll let me. Okay, anyway. Everything is going wrong. All right, fam, if you're at ATL this Saturday, not this Saturday, pardon me, Thursday, August 31st, I will be doing a DJ set at Tassili's Customer Appreciation Day, Thursday, August 31st. If you're in the ATL, all right, Can y'all screenshot that real quick or tell 3 other people while we got it up on the screen? All right. If you're in the ATL, August 31st, all right, I'll be doing a DJ set at Tassili's. All right. Next, let me see. If you're in the ATL, I mean in LA, Leimert Park. All right. Myself and Soleil. This presentation is brought to you by the Global Nation of Wellness and Haru Grills. All right. Restoring the divine meiotic balance. All right. We're talking about the principles of the divine masculine and a divine feminine as it relates to the family unit. All right. Of course, we're going to be talking about some serious subjects dealing with complementarity and just subjects in general, trying to bring about the meiotic balance. All right. Myself and Soleil. Now, listen, family, this is from 1 to 7. And Soleil is going to be speaking first at about 2, and then I'm coming on at 4, and then we're going to do a short Q&A. The next day, we're doing private sessions. Soleil is just going to talk to the sisters and doing what she do with the sisters. And I am going to be talking to just the brothers. All right. It's going to be a conversation we have to have. Just the brothers have to have this conversation. All right. That's 4269 Crenshaw Avenue, Los Angeles, California, Leimert Park. All right. If you're watching this on the computer, you can scan the QR code. But I'm going to put this up on my Facebook page tonight and my Instagram page tonight. And it will be on my website. All right. All right. So that's September 2nd and September 3rd. Saturday, September 2nd, Sunday, September 3rd. All right. That weekend is a holiday weekend. So we're going to be in LA at Leimert Park. All right. Sisters, if you're in the ATL, I taught a all women's self-defense class and rape prevention class some time ago, years ago. So some people approached me to kind of make this happen again. So I'm making this happen again. They're providing their gym. We're going to be inside. So this is a ladies self-defense class and rape prevention class, Saturday, September 9th at 10 a.m. Class is $25. The Steel Mill Gym, all right? I believe it's in Stone Mountain. All right. So make sure you'll check this out. Make sure you'll hit me up at 678-557-2919. Last but not least, all right, anyone interested in taking a firearms class, the classes are forming right now for September as we speak. Just text me at 678-557-2919. All right. I had to get those things out. I'm sorry. I'm belabeling this particular talk that we have to have tonight. So the talk that I know that we have to have tonight, family, the idea of, hold on, let me take this off of here. Hold on. Here we go. All right. The idea of hitting the reset button mentally. Information overload. Let me get rid of this, take this off the screen. Is there information overload? Is there too much information out there? So chime in, however you want to chime in. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation about it. Thanks everyone for coming in. Hopefully we can build this conversation to the point where we could put some things together to give some people, not necessarily a solution to it, because I think everybody's where they are in their growth, and we don't know where everyone is at in their growth. All right. So is there too much information out there? Is it information overload? I'm seeing hundreds of podcasts out there. Is it information overload? I looked on the internet and I just said to myself, just asking myself the question, but posing it to the search engines that we tend to have been mined into going to. The go-to, I guess, web search engine now is Google. But did you know that there's other search engines that give you different information? All right, I'm going to wait for the family to kind of answer that. Kwan says, indeed, too many distractions at times. Plus, it makes people have a microwave type of mindset, and their attention span is at an all-time low. I call it the podcast super mind fuck. Is there too much information out there? And then, even if you present truth and facts, will people believe it? If there's too much information out there, what tends to happen? If you're driving down the highway and you're trying to get to your destination, and there are too many cars on the road that you're taking, what tends to happen? So Quan, you're saying people can see the truth and still not believe it? What do we think is actually happening right now? And I think all of us are a victim to this in one way or another. All right, in one way or another. If there's too much information and it causes confusion, can we honestly say that when individuals are approaching a particular subject, they can A, lose focus, B, become very distracted, C, become a victim of this thing called cognitive dissonance? Pick any one of those and give me some feedback, fam. Are we consuming too much information? Is there a thing as too much information? However, there are many psychological studies which proves that the human brain have a very limited capacity to store current information. In such cases, overload of information will make the human mind confused and unsure, leading to poorer decision making capacity and memory loss. Okay, then with what I just read, now let's add on weed, drinking, lack of sleep, working overtime, worrying, stress, bad food. I can add a few more things to that. Impotency, as far as males are concerned. I already mentioned memory loss, poor decision making. To hell with trying to tap in your pockets, trying to find your keys. That's been happening to younger men. Hair loss is happening to younger men. Impotency is happening to younger men. Good question, Ernst. Ernest Grant asked the question, does actual facts become someone's opinion with information given? If I'm giving you an actual fact, do you write that off as just my opinion? Propaganda is at an all-time high. Is it fair to say, or is it even fair to even think that someone that has not studied as much as, I don't know, let's just take someone for example. Let's just take hold on. This thing is my daggone back. Let's just take Sabi, Dr. Sabi, or Layla Africa. Let's just say those brothers have studied their entire lives to give us the information that they've given us. For someone to come along and watch 2 or 3 of their YouTube clips and 5 or 6 of some other clips somewhere else with some other people, and then now, but because them 2 individuals cannot defend themselves because they're of the ancestral realm, for someone to come along, all right, and want to debunk everything that they have said when they spent a lifetime, all right, giving us what they have given us. Can someone now come along and just basically say, well, what they weren't teaching wasn't really good for us. It wasn't really actual fact. Can someone come along that studied a couple of different ideologies, or haven't studied at all? I'm using study loosely simply because people have did it to me. They've come, I've sat in the back of the room sometimes and listened to people talk about the Illuminati's takeover of hip hop and this kind of thing. Obviously have heard a lecture of mine or got the book or whatever, but now they're actually doing the lecture. Won't mention my name at all. And now you find a lot of, man, if this bag won't share. All right. And now you find people stamping their name on the research that you've done. And this is a very real thing that happens now. And then I get text messages and phone calls and emails from people that they'll say they want to talk about one thing, or they'll just generalize something. I want to talk about black men and just black male, female relationships. I said, well, that's a broad topic. I mean, like, what do you want to know? What do you want to talk about in reference to that? I don't know. I want to pick your brain. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a whole lot. It's not like a little thing that we can kind of sit around and do. First of all, I don't even know who have time to do that. And then second of all, that is a lot to kind of deal with when someone wants to just sit and pick their brain. Okay, Richard N. Miller definitely would be justified in protecting those brothers. Okay. All right, so if we are, I was just reading someone's, post that they put up. But anyway, so is there too much information out there? Is it, even if the information is not conflicting, why does it seem like individuals always have to prove their particular point? All right. Information overload is definitely the difficulty in understanding an issue that effectively making decisions when one has too much information. All right. So let me figure this out in my brain. So you have a lot of information, but yet the audience that you're speaking to, in the short time that you're speaking to them, they're only going to sit and listen to a few seconds to get their attention, A. B, they're not going to sit and listen to a long talk anymore because the attention span, according to y'all, the attention span is shorter. So how do you get over important information that will stick to the ribs in a very short window of time. How do you do that? Is it possible to do that and then retain the information? Or are we taking the valuable information, the information that's supposed to be sticking to the ribs now? Are we taking valuable information and are we treating it as entertainment? Now, I'll be the first to say, when I come on, this is serious because this is serious subjects we're dealing with. And I guess to a degree, we're on these platforms and we have to make it. Whoa, hold on. We have to make it entertaining. That's the reality of it. If you're not entertaining, you're not funny, you're not, you keeping even kill, you kind of, you never go back and forth with anyone, you never have hills and valleys, you're never flexible, you always just like the news, and you're straightforward with a sorry ass background, and boring. It has to be entertaining to some degree. It has to be informative to some degree. You have to be serious to some degree, and you have to be funny to some degree. So you should expect 5% to take it serious. The rest will catch it later if you have the content available. Okay. The truth alone isn't enough. So if the truth alone isn't enough, what else is it going to take? Just asking the question. Because at one point, I really can't use myself as an example on that. I find that when I am talking about certain subjects, this thing is flooded with people watching. And then you'll get thousands of views. But then when you talk about the more serious subjects, you won't even find 100 people watching this right now. Mansour Celestine says entertainment is subjective. That's interesting. Entertainment is subjective. You're right. People have been conditioned to accept superficial forms of entertainment, but people can also be conditioned otherwise. It depends on the topic. I don't mind listening to an 2-hour long podcast video, etc. You're right. If it's a good topic, also you need engagement with your audience. Okay. As y'all know, I've been asking around, talking to some people, some tech heads, to see how I could change the platform, the format of the shows. To see if I could take calls and that kind of thing, because I think it's a little bit more engaging that way. But it's difficult because since we started, we've changed the name, and then we changed how we're going to do things. We changed the day, we changed the time, and it's all over the place. Now, half the people don't even get the notifications that I'm coming on, so it's an uphill battle every single time. Well, my thing is, I've taken notice as to what time some of the podcasts come on that I listen to, like Urban X and Brother Richard's show and some other people. And I tried not to do my show at the same time so you can catch both. I'll try to do mine a little bit later or an hour later and that kind of thing. I'll try to pick subjects that if I go over there and watch something or see something yesterday, I'll try not to talk about that today but there's some subjects that people want to hear what you have to say about it, and that's understandable. Thank you, Sheikh David. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. See, a lot of times, if I say it, it becomes a problem. But when you find people like this brother saying it, he says nowadays everyone wants to act as though if they have some type of knowledge, because for them to display a lack of knowledge means to them that they are weak, and no one wants to be viewed as weak, and no one wants to really check them out on a podcast. But everyone seems like they have a podcast, regardless of whether you have knowledge about a particular subject or not. Everyone has a podcast. I did thousands and thousands of interviews before I even thought about having a podcast. And then even when I decided to have a podcast, I always wanted a co-host. Do y'all remember those days? Do y'all remember those days? There were people out there that I asked to be a co-host on my show. And yeah, I got turned down left and right. Then when I decided to go with the one that I went with, that was disastrous because they wanted to be a straight up dude. You understand what I'm saying? No, I didn't throw that jab out there like that. I got an overhand right cocked back. So it is very difficult to kind of tap into, then appease, then accommodate. You understand what I'm saying? And then you have to deal with, every single time you come on, you got to deal with trolls, bots, angry ass people. Just upset about whatever, regardless of what you talk about. And then you have to get written off as a conspiracy theorist. You're getting written off as being mad and angry and this, that, and the other, and yada, yada, yada. It's ugly. I went through a whole period until I had to take matters into my own hands. I went through a whole period of always getting threatened. Well, that shit wore thin real quick and had to deal with that. You understand what I'm saying? Thank God for hackers. Yeah. So there's some people that seriously come on the platform that really want to hear what you have to say about a particular subject. What I try to do is engage you via the chat, whether it's IG on my cell phone or it's YouTube, Facebook, and wherever else you're tuning in. I can't get to everyone, but I try to keep stuff flowing. Quan is on the other end, moderating, putting stuff up, whatever. And we try to do the best that we can do. There's other people that started out, like Brother Rich started out one way. He's decided to just have people on there spitting knowledge, which is a beautiful thing. Metaphysical channel, which that's what we need that. There's some things I just refuse to kind of talk about. I found a lot of people coming on talking about other people, and sometimes because I got tired of that arguing back and forth thing, and I see it on other people's channel, and I said, wow, it's not good. Like berating one another and just, yeah, it's ugly. Some people need to get checked though. Some people need to get checked, and it's obvious we know who those particular individuals are because I didn't waste no time in checking them. So I think it's one of those situations where those individuals that want a podcast, for example, you can click right now through YouTube. And trust me, if there's not over, I'm trying to give you a realistic number. If there's not over 200, no, 300 podcasts and shows dealing with black male-female relationships, yeah, it's crazy. And everybody's an expert. Quan, would you agree? Everybody's just a goddamn expert. Everybody's an expert on every damn thing there is. Everybody know every damn thing. So I love certain people's form. I love Black Dot. Him and his son carved out their little niche. I love what Brother Rich is doing. I'm thinking there's a way that everyone. I mean, a lot of these podcasts are nothing but grown ass people gossiping. You said there's more podcasts than cable channels? Yeah, because a lot of people just don't have TV anymore. This is their news. This is where they get their news. This is where they get their information. This is what they watch. They on their phones. They just, yeah. Yeah. So the message tonight is, I was asking the question about the podcast Super Mind. Are we consuming too much information? Is this information overload? Simply because if something, catastrophic happens, i.e. Maui, what's happening in Hawaii, you see it, we talk about it, and then it's gone. And then while we're on to the next thing, those people are still suffering. Like, for example, when the thing went down in Alabama on the dock, the racial little kind of thing that went down, that went on for about 2 weeks. You don't even hear about it anymore. A friend of mine who's a collector, several of them, asked me, did I know anyone in Alabama that was in Montgomery that could go down to Montgomery, Alabama, and find the hat that the brother threw up, because they wanted to put it, they wanted to save it as a collector's item. I said, no, I don't know anyone. Quan, you put 800 missing. Like, help me out. What's happening? Get that. You put 800 missing. You're talking about missing black women and girls. There's subjects that a lot of these gossipy YouTube channels, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Let's just be very transparent and honest. Oh, in Maui, 800 miss. Okay. That's just the worst for me. To go up on YouTube and to see grown ass men gossiping. Yeah, it's just, bruh, no. No. Mm-mm. So the information overload thing, I think it's very apparent because it's hard for people to focus. It's hard for people to engage in a conversation past, listen to this part, past their thinking. What I mean by that is people will put stuff out there and can't be quiet enough to even listen to what anyone else has to say about the subject. The only thing I've ever asked, especially in the last couple of shows that I've had, was let's stick to the subject matter so someone listening to this can pull something from it. All right. It's definitely a lot of information out there. And I can honestly say, for my 63 years, 63 rotations around the sun and back, %85 of it is trash. 85% of it is just trash. It's like, I'll click on someone that I don't know. I'll click on their thing just to listen for a minute. And I'll sit and I'll listen. And I say, no, that's not true. And then I'll just turn the volume down. I'll say, well, that individual could have easily did a search. What is it? DuckDuckGo, the other search engine. How many search engines are there? Let's just put that information out so people can get it, Quan. How many different search engines are there? Because we're so used to saying, well, that person could have Googled that. No, Google's the name of the company. All right. What we mean to say is we could have searched that using Google. So I'm asking the question, could that person have stopped before they did that broadcast and researched the subject matter? So Danny Harrison said the dark web. Quan said Firefox. Anyone else? I said DuckDuckGo. Danny Harrison, you're absolutely correct. And that's one of the questions I asked. Ernie said Bing. Well, James Williams Jr., I think Chrome is Google. So it might be Google Chrome. I say, and I'm guilty of this also. Sometimes I'm rushing. I want to come on at 7. Then I'll see if Dot is on or somebody else is on. I'll wait till later on. I'll come on an hour later. And then I say to myself, okay, during that hour that I'm consciously knowing that I want to come on at 7, but I might come on at 8, 8:30 or 9, let me do some research on the subject. So what I'll do is I'll pull up an article. Let me show you. So if I show you my screen, I'll at least have this in front of me. So you could scroll, you can click, open up another window, read an article, engage the people. And the thing is, from where I'm sitting, you have to engage your audience. And I think this is a beautiful way to do it, simply because you might not be able to have people call in. The ideal way for me is introduce the subject, either have a guest or introduce the subject for about 10 minutes, have people call in, and we discuss it. If you're going to have a guest, talk about it for a few minutes, bring the guests on, have the guests on for a few minutes, and then see what you guys have to say and get out of here. All right. So I think moving out of 2023 into 2024, I'm going to try to pinpoint some guests at least once or twice a month to engage. Me and Black Dot decided to do this ATM Arm the Masses, dealing with hip hop, sound, vibration, frequency, and that kind of thing. And Soleil has agreed to come on, and a few other people dealing with this particular subject, hip hop. And I ran into a few people that like to come on. All right. All right. How come you already tell me I was over here sitting in the dark? Huh? Y'all could have said, damn, Griff, you sitting in the dark over there. Anyway, so I just want to say, Be mindful of the YouTube, Facebook, especially TikTok, Instagram, the sites you find yourself on, getting sucked in and wasting valuable time on your phone. All right. I'm not going to go over the shake you're shaking your damn head. The idea of smartphones making people dumb or dumbass people with smart ass phones. I'm not even going to have that conversation. All right. With the advent of AI, a lot of people and audio books and this kind of thing, a lot of people are just not reading at all. So even if I came on and proved something and showed you that it's in this book and it's in this book and it's in that book and that person said it and this researcher said it and that scientist said it and here's some facts and some other stuff and you still don't believe me, there's absolutely nothing else I can do for you. All right? Absolutely nothing else. All right, so my mashup is on Wednesday nights at 9 o'clock. Quan. Oh, thanks for putting it. Oh, thanks for putting it. I got it. I put it up on the screen. So everybody on Instagram, this is what I need y'all to do right now. And thank you for reminding me, Quan. My mashup is tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Every Wednesday at 9 o'clock. All right. I need y'all to go to www.twitch.tv/Professor Griff. Pardon me. /Griff the Enemy. Download Twitch right now. Download Twitch. I'll be on tomorrow night. Family, listen to me, and I need some feedback on this last point, Kwan. What I would like to do is have you come on Twitch while you're watching Twitch. Other people will be on. All right, I'm in contact with maybe just hundreds of people. So if you want to come on, shout you out, shout your business out, give you a plug. All right. If you want to donate, cool. But I'd rather you come on, donate a little something. Let me know what your favorite song is by texting me. Right? I play your favorite song, shout your business out, shout you out, that whole thing. Let's see if that works. All right. Try to do something because I think it'll be cool that if we played a couple of lectures along with a dope ass mashup. You understand what I'm saying? So we just took Wu-Tang Clan beats, all right, and we did a Marcus Garvey or Amos Wilson lecture over the beats. I think that'd be kind of dope. What do y'all think? Give me your feedback before I get off here tonight. Kimmy for life. I don't know who you are, but yeah, I just don't know who you are. Why can't I participate with Twitch? I think with Twitch, you have to be on there for 4 weeks before they'll let you chat. That's why I'm saying when you come on Twitch tomorrow night, all right, send me a text message. Griff, yo, this is Illinois. You understand? So my favorite song is Shut 'Em Down by Public Enemy. Can you rock that? This is my business. It's called Illinois, yada, yada, yada.com, whatever. And I'll politely send a message back. My cash app is yada, yada, yada. I got you. And you might say, okay, Griff, here's $1, a dime, and some food stamps. Shout me out, bro. I say, I got you. All right. What's the Twitch info? Again, it's on the screen, Phaedra. Phaedra, I hit you up when I was in Detroit for you to come to the celebration that they was having in Highland Park. You never answered, sis. I changed my number, Griff. The information for Twitch is on the screen. Hold on, let me put it back up. Where did it go, Quan? Hold on. Here we go. Twitch, www.twitch.tv/Griff the Enemy. I'll see y'all tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. All right. My phone number is 678-557-2919. All right. Get your request in. Whatever. Now listen, I mean, it's just something for us to stay engaged. You understand what I'm saying? Last thing, I promise it's the last thing. I was listening to some music the other day, and I'm like, where do you go to hear the music that you want to hear? Like, I guess you go to your Spotify or Tidal or whatever, and you go to a playlist and you play it and enjoy yourself. That's cool. But how about being in an environment with other people, hundreds of other people that are listening, all right, and you can engage? I just said to myself, yeah. Oh, you got Spotify, Quan? Yeah, I had to get Tidal because I'm a DJ. If I wasn't DJing, I probably would. All right, so I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow night, right? Download Twitch right now, and I'll see y'all tomorrow night. All right. Black Dot agreed to come on sometime this week. I think we probably got to do probably in the middle of next week. I'm gonna catch him and see when he want to do this. We got to catch up on this hip hop information. All right. This is Professor Griff Quan. I got to get out of here. I love y'all to life. Peace, fam. Thanks to everyone for coming in. Great filibuster. Where you at, man? Johnny Taylor, Little Goddess. All right. I don't see the usual suspects on here. All right. Thank you very much, Quan, doing what you do. Voodoo Glitch, Enemies Public. Yeah, Phaedra, I don't know. You text me your new number, Phaedra. I'm coming back to the D. I'm always in the D. Not Dallas, y'all. Detroit. All right. Oh, talking about Dallas, November 4th. I believe it's November 4th. Me and Soleil will be in Dallas with Davey D and the DOC. Man, I ain't seen DOC in a minute. The DOC, the Diggy Doctor, the DOC. All right, fam. It's Professor Griff. I got to get out of here. Love y'all to life. Peace. Remember, Leimert Park, September 2nd and 3rd. All right. That's in LA. All right. I'm going to see y'all there, fam. Peace.